Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the brand new American Optical Hazemaster sunglasses. But first off, I do want to mention that American Optical did send me out these frames for a review for free, but I'm going to keep this video as unbiased as I possibly can, but I did want to mention that. Now, as far as the exact colorway goes, these are American Optical's gold frames with their Hazemaster amber lens, which is a nylon lens, and these are a category 1 lens, I believe, so they are definitely not designed for bright and extremely harsh sunny days or even medium sunny days. These are meant for kind of those overcast days where you want something to enhance the contrast, but you don't necessarily want something to block the sunlight into your eye. So again, you definitely don't want to wear these on very bright days. They're not going to be a sunglass lens, but they still look really, really good. These frames were based on a 1960s archive style from American Optical, and they are designed for outdoorsmen, fishermen, hunters, and marksmen. With this sweat bar here, and then the cable temples as well makes them very, very practical. Now, here we can see these cable temples, and typically I really don't like the way cable temples feel on vintage sunglasses, or even in modern interpretations of those vintage sunglasses. They just kind of really hug the ear really, really tightly, and they're not going to fall off, so they're very secure, but they're just very uncomfortable when they kind of dig in the way my ears are. And I'm not the only one who has problems with that. A lot of people do complain about that. Now, what's interesting about these frames is they are so wide here that they're actually going to wrap around the ear completely, but they're not going to dig in. They're not very tight. The spring here isn't like wound up really strong. So it's just very comfortable. And you can actually pop these on and off without actually having to mess with them as well. And a lot of that has to do with the size of my head. But that's actually really interesting that you have the practicality of the cable, but you actually don't have to necessarily reach around and then adjust it behind your ear every single time you wear these sunglasses. So that is definitely very interesting to note. But if you do, of course, have a larger head, that's not going to work for you. Now, with that being said, they're not going to sit on the face nearly as well as some of those other pairs that kind of really dig in there. But with that being said, these are not going to come off. Like, somebody could, grab me with a lure, and if it grabs the frames here, they're not going to fall off and go flying into the water. That is for sure. They're still going to hold on the face really, really well. And I would also definitely evaluate who you're fishing with if they're going to grab you with a lure like that. These are definitely a very interesting looking pair of frames. I really do like the styling of these. Definitely they do scream kind of 1960s to them, with their really interesting kind of curved lower bridge bar, and then their droopy bottom bridge bar. And then of course we have the sweat bar here up at top. Now, sweat bar is not just there for looks, it is also there for practicality. It's actually going to keep your eyebrows off the lenses. So if you're outdoors and you're sweating and your eyebrows are going to kind of get sweaty, a typical pair of aviators is going to get that sweat on the lenses, and then slowly it's going to kind of drip down into your vision, and then you're going to have a real problem, and your lenses are going to get all smudgy and nasty. But here with the sweat bar, it actually pushes the frames forward away from the lenses, and then you're not going to have nearly as much sweat on the lenses, which is really nice. So actually very practical and not just there for styling purposes. Of course, having a sweat bar also does hurt the coverage from the sun, but with a pair of frames like these, they're not meant necessarily for sun. They're not actually technically even sunglasses. So you definitely want that sweat bar on a pair of frames like these. It's very, very nice and important here. And now, as far as the lenses go, these are really, really great lenses, and you can definitely wear these indoors, and you can wear them outdoors as well, and they're going to really kind of enhance the greens and the colors and the reds, and they're going to block out those blue waves that you don't want to see when doing those outdoor activities. So definitely really great, and these are going to be really good for target shooting as well, and maybe skeet, and definitely you're going to look really cool as well if you're wearing these kind of retro style frames. Now, as far as comfort goes, these are very comfortable, and you can wear these frames all day long without any discomfort. And like I said, because they do have these cable temples that are extra wide, they're very comfortable. I don't have any issues with them. Where typically I only want to wear a pair with cable temples for like 30 minutes or an hour, and even still, I don't love them. But these, I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. Now, they do actually sell these with a category 3 lens as well. So if you're looking for a solid lens, it's going to be good for full sun, but you want this styling, you can pick these up with that category 3 sun lens as well. But personally, of course, I do prefer the Hazemaster lens. This is kind of that retro style, and I really do like the styling of these frames. Now, as far as pricing goes, these are gonna cost you $250. That's definitely pretty expensive for a pair of sunglasses that is, well, not, again, a pair of sunglasses, it's more of like a novelty, something that you'd use when doing those outdoor activities, but not something you'd wear, in the car or 24/7 as a dailyable pair of sunglasses. So definitely on the more expensive side, but the build quality here is pretty good. The hinges feel very nice and premium. And again, these lenses are very, very clear, and they do have very nice anti-reflective material on them as well. Just a very good pair of frames, but definitely have that high price tag as well, which is definitely a negative to them. And if you're interested in buying a pair, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below directly to their website if you are interested in picking up a pair of these frames. But overall, this is definitely a very cool pair of glasses, and I definitely do like these, and I really do like the vintage retro styling to them. As I film this video, they are only made in the 159mm lens size, so they're not made in a larger or a smaller lens size, but the 59mm lens size definitely is a little bit oversized for my face and should fit the average person's face pretty well. Well, let me know what you think about this pair of sunglasses in the comment section down below. Do you love these? Do you hate these? Do you own a pair? Let us know in the comment section down below and we can start a conversation there. But that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up below, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I put a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.